Ladies and gentlemen, Vince here. Today I'm going to show you 3 apps that have just hit the market to see if they're actually worth the time or not for rewards. I hope you enjoy. The first app is called 3D Triple Cars. Now, anytime I see an early access title, I always get a little bit worried, okay? But I went into this obviously with a reviewer's perspective. Once you launch it up, it has a daily gift area. You can see you can collect coins and various mystery gifts, supposedly. And then you get access to the main menu. Top of the screen, you'll notice that there's a gem-based currency system and a timer that counts down every 3 hours. Once that timer's up, everyone, your gems are converted into PayPal currency, supposedly. Now, this does run on a life system that refreshes throughout the day. You have your star-based currency, which is used just to pretty much progress throughout the game, which I'll show you right there. You simply just keep on expanding your little buildings and move on to the next one. And then you have your coin-based currency system, which is for the in-game items to help you progress throughout the levels. Now, I grinded this for 3 hours and I managed to get to level 54. Granted, sometimes I did put the phone down, obviously. And straight away, I just actually earned some points by even starting a level. This is what the actual level looks like. At the top of the screen, you have your empty car parks. What you need to do is actually match 3 of the same colored cars in the car park spots without filling up the car park with the wrong colors. I'll show you what I mean. So tapping on the first red car sends it to the car park, then you have the purple one, then you send the final red car, and that's it. Then an ad break will appear every 2 minutes or so. And now you can see my points have updated again. So now I'll just continue to match these colors together. There's another set done, and then there's another set done, and you just keep on literally going, everyone. Let me show you what happens if you fail the level. I'm just gonna fill up the car park here with completely random colors. There we go. So we can move 3 cars out of the car park for 60 coins, or we can watch an advertisement to continue. Now let's say you fail the level multiple times, those coins will multiply, everyone. So 60 will then go to 120, then 240, etc. to the point where you can't really progress any longer without watching an ad. And you use up all the coin. They will give you the opportunity to actually get extra little bonuses in the level by watching ads. And at the bottom of the screen, you will find all the in-game items to help you progress. Tapping on the mix and match one completely reshuffles all your cars. You'll slowly get little hazards and things you need to try and pass as well. Like, as you can see, I've just opened up a little area there. And then, of course, another ad break. And again, more points have been added. You will lose a life if you leave the level, by the way, everyone. Or, of course, fail. I did quickly want to say, if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube every single week, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are incredible out there. YouTube's made so many policy changes, makes it very difficult to make these videos, but I hope you are all enjoying. Thank you so much. Now, checking out the cash out area is going to break down exactly how much currency you have in your balance, and of course, how much you've accumulated while playing in the 3-hour span. Just like Just Play, you can see that they want you to try and play for longer amounts of time to get those extra money bags. But as I said, everyone, after 3 hours of playing the app, I did manage to generate 134,000 of the gems. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's going to be great, right? Well, everyone, after the time ran out, I was left with 9 cents worth of USD currency. So that is probably one of, if not the lowest, or one of the lowest rates I think I've ever seen. It's on par with the Givey apps. But here's the thing, I withdrew my reward, and surprisingly, everyone, I did receive that reward instantly to the PayPal account, which was great to see. Now, if those rates are the same for you in your own country, then I wouldn't even bother, okay? But you're free to do whatever you want with the information you saw today. That was my own experience with 3D Triple Cars. Let's move on. Next up, we have big rewards. As soon as you launch it up, you're hit with an advertisement instantly, which is very frustrating, just to say, everyone. I get why they do it, but still. Anyway, once you pass the ad, this is what it looks like. Top right corner of the screen, you have your balance. As you can see, I have almost 1,400 of the points. I can earn these points from playing playtime rewards or complete offer walls. You guys know the deal, okay? I don't really need to explain to you how these offer walls work. We have CPX research and we have Tap Joy. Now, tapping on any of the buttons at the bottom of the screen to cycle through the different areas of the app will play an ad as well. But this very aggressive ad strategy is going to get a lot of people upset, I feel. Anyway, we have PayPal, Visa gift card, Amazon, Google Play, Razer Gold, PlayStation, Starbucks, Walmart, Xbox, and Nike. So for PayPal, 700 of the points will convert into $1 worth of USD currency. At the moment, there is none available. Underneath that, we have a $2 minimum for 1,400 of the points, and it goes all the way up to $20. So now, keeping in mind that $20 is 14,000 of the points, checking out their playtime reward system, we have a Happy Color coloring book offer willing to give us around 2,000 of the points, Block Smash Journey 1,500, and a whole bunch of other games that realistically aren't giving us much at all, barely $1 each here, which is pretty disappointing. So already we have quite a difference between other apps we've covered on the channel before and this one. The highest app I was able to snag though was Lord's Mobile Kingdom Wars for 2,600 coins almost. I've generated already with a maximum of almost 4,000. They say points, I say coins, same concept. Now, when it comes to CPX research, the prices are definitely below the market average, at least in my opinion here in Australia, and I probably wouldn't even bother wasting time with it. The maximum survey giving around 60 cents or so. And looking at the Tapjoy offers, sadly, again, everyone, the prices are low in my opinion to what other offer walls are offering out there. Again, they're not the most worst prices, but you're easily looking at like a 50% reduction to what you could get on other platforms at the moment, in my opinion, here in Australia. Now, to be fair, playing Lords Mobile was a very simple task, guys. The game pretty much plays itself. Everything's essentially on timers, okay? So, look, it really wasn't difficult getting that currency that I did generate in big rewards for today's video. But when it comes to actually generating money through these type of things, you want to make sure you actually get the best amount of reward for your time. And realistically here, guys, from what I'm seeing, big rewards is just an average reward app, which as long as it actually comes through with its promises of giving rewards, that's the main thing I'm looking for. Whether or not you use it is completely up to you, realistically. I'm just simply reviewing the app here in Australia. So let me explain how my cash out went, because you're probably gonna laugh. So I withdrew $2 worth of USD currency in total, but the first one I accidentally entered in the wrong email address, so that was completely my bad. That $1 has now been sent to the ether, guys. For the second cash out though, I did enter in the right address, and I did get my reward within 24 hours, so good on them. At least they actually come through with their promise. So that's big reward, at least here in Australia. A pretty average app all in all, but at least now you know about it. Let's move on. Next, we have the app Earn Money, and this is from the same developers of Paid Cash, which I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. So this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top right corner of the screen, you can see that I have 84,000 of the points, and below that, you'll notice the minimum cash out is $5 worth of currency for PayPal. Now, at least here in Australia, almost 2.7 million of the points converts into $5 worth of USD currency, aka $7.69 Australian. Now, the way that you can actually generate these points is by completing little offers that will give you small amounts of the points, or playtime rewards, or various offer walls. Again, I don't need to show you how these work, everyone. I'm sure you all understand by now. So keeping in mind here the 2.67 million points for $5 USD, breaking down their playtime rewards area, at least here in Australia will give me access to games willing to give around $2 to $3 worth of USD currency, give or take, with again a majority of them being quite low. So again, nothing groundbreaking here, everyone, but at least there is quite a large variety of games available, which is nice to see. Checking out their survey providers at the bottom of the screen takes us to CPX research, with the top surveys willing to give around $1.23 or so worth of USD currency, so much better than the previous app we just saw on this video alone, everyone. It's nice to see when developers actually give us a pretty fair rate for surveys. Again, nothing crazy, but still pretty decent. Now, with their high earning offers area, you don't have to actually browse through all the different offer walls. You can see that there's a majority of them just sitting here right now, all willing to give hundreds of millions of the coins. With the highest one being a Call of Dragons offer for 554 million of the coins, which technically, everyone, this Call of Dragons offer is willing to give $1,065 or so worth of USD currency. But again, imagine how hard it's actually going to be able to complete. You can imagine reaching 80 million power on the game would take like a month or a year. Who knows, dude? You see, that's the thing with offer walls, everyone, okay? They give you these large sums, but it really is such a grind to get to that real potential at the end. Even taking a look at AS Studios, you have many high-paying offers, everyone, all with their own different difficulties. As I say, you guys know how these things work, okay? No point going in-depth here. The only thing I'd recommend is compare this to other apps you're using at the moment to see which ones have the best rates for the day. So look, my opinion on it, the M&L Prod developers have made an app previously that was paid cash that did reward me within 1 to 2 days, everyone. So I don't really doubt that this one will have the same concept. It's completely up to you what you want to do though, but it comes from developers that did reward me in the past, so I can't see it being any different. I will obviously investigate this further to test the cash out myself, but I have some pretty high confidence here. You can find a link to it as well as other apps in the description below if you want to join them. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 money making reviews. Catch you all next time.